Several passes to face the part. The total amount of material removed in Z will be equal to the difference between the Z-axis start and final point coordinate values. Once the final point in Z value is entered and input is pressed, the cursor will move to the column called SRF for surface roughness. The control wants to know the quality of the finish required for the facing operation. Two methods of entering the value may be available on the menu: feed rate, which requires an inches per minute value, or roughness. Pressing the roughness key changes the menu to allow for a choice of 9 possible roughness selections, the 1 being the roughest finish, and a 9 being the best quality finish. Each diamond symbol is a standard code for surface finish. Notice that some positions have the same number of diamonds. A job aid is provided with this lesson, which lists the micro finish value for each of the numbered positions on the menu. For example, if the print called for a 32 finish, the 6th position would be selected. Whenever possible, use the roughness mode instead of the feed rate mode. The roughness mode will automatically calculate the feed rate necessary to create the correct finish. Once the last value is entered in the edge process sequence line, a new process line will appear. To check the data entered so far, display a figure check to see if the toolpath is correct. This should be done at the end of each process to confirm the toolpath and locate any programming errors. If the control detects an error message will appear. Return to the program page. The program number, process number, and sequence number of the error will appear in the parentheses. After the edge process is programmed, you are ready to start the next process. Since the outside of bar material is to be machined, select the bar mode. All cylindrical shapes, whether it is bar stock or other material, should use the bar mode. Once bar is selected, the cursor moves to the part position. The part choice determines what part or area of the workpiece is to be machined. The symbols displayed on the menu indicate where the cutting will occur for each selection. Selecting the keys labeled Out will provide OD turning. The path of the tool when bar is selected along with the Out key will be horizontal tool movements. The second machining part selection key, in which the word Out appears inside a box, indicates the machine will produce a cut within the OD surface. All the machining part selections, which have a box around the word, produce machining within the surface indicated. For example, the word Out in a box means the machining occurs within the OD surface. The word Face in a box produces machining within the face surface of the workpiece. Those selections without the box produce cuts which start from a corner of the basic shape.
On newer controls, the additional back selections allow machining on the back of the workpiece. Newer controls also have an additional selection in the process line indicated by the pound symbol.
It is called cutting pattern. For out part selections, it allows two choices, 0 and 1. Selecting 0 will cause a vertical movement by the tool at the end of each cutting pass. This will bring the tool up along the edge, removing any material left due to the angle of the insert. Selecting number 1 will cause the tool to move directly away at an angle from the final X and Z coordinate without the vertical move. This creates a somewhat faster machining sequence for the rough pass, since the slower vertical movement by the tool at the feed rate is not performed. If an in mode was selected in the previous machining part selection, the number 2 value would be available on the menu. This selection will cause 2 machining passes in the ID to create the depth of the feature required.
On older controls, the vertical movement is automatically performed at the end of each pass, and this rapid machining menu selection will not appear.
The control now asks for the cut point in X. This represents the point to which the tool will travel in rapid to begin the cutting sequence, less any safety clearance set by parameter. The cut point coordinates must represent